Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Please be joined by Bryce Plesha of Frankfort boys basketball. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. Season is going well for you guys. Currently 4-3 on the year. How's just talk just how is this year going?
Good. We were doing pretty good at the beginning of the year. We started out 2-1, and then we played against Manistee. They're a little bit higher, the Division 3 school, so we knew it was going to be a bit of a challenge. We went in, we were doing okay, and then we lost our point guard. His name's Tristan. He just came here this year to help us, and he lost his due to a bone bruising in his knee and partial strain to his ACL. So we lost our starting point guard. So we had to try to fill in with a sophomore and a freshman.
Hmm.
So that's been kind of a challenge for us. He should be back Friday. Well, not Friday, next week by chance. He's getting checked out for. He had an MRI and they said 4 to 6 weeks. So he's getting checked for next week, and hopefully he'll be back before February starts.
Yeah.
So, but as of right now, it's kind of been a challenge. We've had a little bit of an attitude and I think chemistry problem. Like some of our players aren't really getting on the same page as each other, and it's gotten a little bit better. But last night we played our rival Benzie County rival. So we had him, and it wasn't the best of games we played. We didn't really have our heads on straight, and we didn't really play to the fullest that I think we could have played. So it's been challenging. It's been somewhat of an accomplishment. So it's not going terrible, I would say. It's definitely right in the medium, but
Yeah.
it hasn't been going terrible.
All right. How just like what's some of the biggest things that you really kind of worked on in your game to get to improve on this year?
For this year, last year, since we went to the Breslin for we went to the Final Four. This year, since we lost my friend Nick, he went to graduate, and I realized that I had to kind of like take in his role because he played a key role to our offense last year with the rebounds and post game. So I tried my hardest to and my best because I want to go and play college basketball. I have worked on a lot of being comfortable with my left and right, being able to do like a drop step and hooks and expanding my range. So that's what I've been working on. I've also worked on my ball dribbling because you kind of need to be able to get up the court for a little bit if your point guard's getting pressed while you're trying to bring it up. But I've mainly tried working on just being more of like a team player and trying to help like the younger kids. Like if they come in like this year, how I said, like we've got a freshman and a sophomore. I've been like, all right, you're good. You're gonna make mistakes. It's okay. It's your first year on varsity. You're getting pulled in at the random time. Like it's okay to mess up. I mess up, but I've been really just trying to work on my game in the post and being a strong player, getting a bunch of rebounds, and just being like a good team leader for my team as
Yeah.
well.
Really talk about like making that, trying to find, what was, you had to talk about like, talking about like taking that leadership role. What has that been like for you? How have you come, what challenges have you had with that, you think?
I definitely say one of the biggest challenges is trying to be like a good leader, but not a rude leader. Like trying to motivate someone instead of just bringing them down has been a challenge because I've always been that kid who has never really fully been quiet. I've been like always never really spoken up for myself, and then I kind of realized like, hey, our leader's leaving. I kind of need to like take in this role because I know I can do it, and I know I have the right motivation for people. So I think the biggest challenge is just trying not to get my teammates down on themselves and make sure they don't like think I'm just ragging on them and just being a butt to them. So I was like, all right, I need to be a good leader, but also need to be a motivational leader. So they don't just break down in the middle of a game.
Yeah. And then really just, like how, these next few games, what's that gonna be like in trying to get some more wins along the board? What do you feel like you guys got to do in these next few weeks?
These next few weeks, I personally think I know I'm pretty sure my coach can back me up. Is just, I think our attitude problem needs to change. We've got a few players that have been on the varsity for 2 to 3 years that are still arguing back and forth and bickering with each other. And I just think that we personally need to like hit it right on. Like I'm sorry, but if you are bickering, you gotta calm down. Like if you make a mistake, don't worry about that play. Like my football coach when I played football told me the only play you need to focus about is the next play. So if you make a bad shot, a messed up layup, get blocked, don't worry about that. Work on the next position. Go on defense and make a guy travel or make a guy pick up his dribble. Like, don't focus on your errors. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone is going to have those brain farts and everything. So, like, just focus on the next one. Don't let it drag you down. Like, I know I've always been on the one, I've been the hardest on myself when I was younger. And I was like, oh, I'm 0 for 2 right now, 0 for 3. But hey, it's fine. Like, I know I've grown out of it. I've always been like, you need to focus on the next one. Yeah, you missed your free throw. You missed the layup. Who cares? Like, it's not going to affect you the rest of the game. You can miss the layup and then make the rest of them. So it's just you just need to not bring yourself down, and that's really our main focus. I think on the next few games is we've got Kingsley tomorrow, which is going to be another really big game for us. That I think if we win, we would definitely get like, hey, Frankfurt's back. Yeah, they might have just had a really bad game against Benzie, but hey, they're still in it. They're still trying their hardest.
All right. All right, let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, favorite player in any sport right now.
In any sport, my favorite player would be, and for NBA would definitely be Luka. I love Luka Doncic. He's my favorite. I've loved him ever since he came over from Europe. Um, Also, I love Kyrie. I've always been a fan of Kyrie, especially when he was on the Cavs. I've always loved him, especially when he hit that step back on Steph. That was easily one of my favorite NBA moments in my life. I watched that game too. It was amazing. Um, Definitely, I love. I don't want to upset everyone, but definitely a Michigan fan. Gotta get the natty. I already bought my national championship apparel. So
Awesome. Um, okay, favorite movie.
favorite movie? Oh God, I'm gonna sound like a little kid when I say this, but Cars. I love Cars.
That's a common answer from a lot of people.
I don't
So,
know, I love Cars. I love Lightning McQueen and Tom Mater. Just great duo. I've
did
always
you
been.
see all three of them?
I see all three of them.
Okay, good.
I've seen all of them. I'm waiting
Um,
for the fourth one.
there is a fourth one coming.
I think they're gonna make a fourth one. It's been leaked,
Now
so
they're
maybe
making a
they are.
Toy
Maybe
Story 5, so why not?
why not
Um,
make a Cars 4?
so yeah. Okay. Let's see. And then finally, who is someone that most famous person you've met and someone you want to meet?
The most famous person I've met was, I believe it was 3 years ago. I was on a family vacation in Florida and I met Dak Prescott. That's the most famous person I've met.
Wait, where was he? Where was he at and all that?
He was in where I think it was in Augustine. We were down. No, actually, it wasn't Augustine. We were down a little bit, like an hour south of Orlando, and we were just literally walking around, and we were going to a store, and he was just in there. He was with his friends and I believe his wife at the moment. I think it's his wife. I don't think it's his girlfriend anymore, but he was with his friends and just having a good time. And I was like, I told my mom, holy crap, that I didn't use crap in that situation, but I was like, holy crap, that's Dak Prescott. I was like, you know, I don't mind the Dallas Cowboys, but holy crap, that's crazy. So I was like, my mom went over there. She's like, hey, can my son get a picture? And he's like, yeah, hurry up. So I don't want to pull attention to us. And it was amazing. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
But one person I would love to meet, I would think, is I would love to meet Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I'd always wanted to be like, I want to meet Michael Jordan. I just want to hear like what his challenges were in life and how he got past them, and just like how it felt to be considered the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I know it's going to start a debate against people against who love LeBron, but I gotta say it. MJ's my go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Bryce, thanks so much for the time as always, and best of luck.
Yeah,
Best of luck tomorrow.
yeah. Thank you for having me.